Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. This microphone is on as tightly as when Krishna holds on to us. We can't escape even though we want to. Ugh. Okay, never mind, I surrender. So happy to see you all. So happy to Krishna Katha, Hare Prabhu. Oh, how nice. Just like Vrindavan, except in Vrindavan it would be monkeys. Just so happy to see you all, because it's been so long since we've seen you all. Guess what I have in here? Okay, I'll show you. It's something to keep my hands warm. Nothing mysterious, but I do have something even more mysterious to show you later. That's also good. So this is a very, very special day, and we're going to start our very special day here, even though we've already started our special days with having a kirtan. But during the kirtan, we'd like everyone to really focus. What I mean by focus, and this means even the young ones, what I mean by focus, here, you can use it, is that keep your mind focused on the Supreme Person, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And chant in such a way that you can that you know, that you accept that Krishna can hear you. So chant in a prayerful way. And the essence of that prayerful way is by hearing, listening to the mantra, the Maha Mantra. So listen to the mantra and gently quote the mantra with your prayerful thoughts. And we'll talk about this more during the morning and the afternoon. And after the Kirtan, Mataji will welcome you all. But let's now have a heartfelt Kirtan, as Prabhupada once said, like a baby crying for mother. Chant with some heart. Shamasunda, will you play the Madanga? Okay, then everything will be okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna. And again, everyone, all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Everyone,
Everyone, all together. Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. From the heart, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, oh Rama, Hare Hare. And again, all together, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And again, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All together, everyone! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. And again, one more time. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. From the heart, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And again, from the heart, everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Everyone, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nivase Sunyavadi Prasyatya Desatarane. Om Ganataminandasya Janajana Salakaya Chaksu Samilatan Jaina Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Jaina Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sahapandantikam Vansakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. You like to say something? You first. I know I heard you first.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So it's so nice to see you all again. after such a long time. It was almost like a bad dream. We suddenly woke up and said, we had such a bad dream. So to see all the faces of the Melbourne devotees, to hear you all chanting together, and to be here in this amazing tent, it's a great pleasure. So I'm looking forward to sharing some wonderful pastimes with you and also chanting together. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Oh, do you want to sit here?
Do you want me to go?
No.
I'll sit here for a minute. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So today is Ekadasi, especially it's Nirjala Ekadasi, and it's a very, very good day to advance in spiritual life, to move forward our spiritual desires. And the first letter I actually wrote to Srila Prabhupada, one of the questions I asked him was about Ekadasi. And he answered that Ekadasi is the 11th day of the moon. And on this day, we should try to minimize our physical needs and try to focus more on the spiritual. Because Ekadasi, as Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur said, is Bhakti Janani, Madhavatiti Bhakti Janani. It gives birth to devotion. So if we can take this day, and even though elements may be difficult, and because we're going to be asked to, as much as we practically can, to focus our consciousness on chanting, on Japa as much as we practically can, on the holy names. And as these birds tend to be flying all around and around and around, because it's hard for them to get out. Once you get in, they didn't realize what they were getting into when they flew into this tent. And that's the way our mind works too. It flies around and around and around and around. It tends to do that. And what we're going to request everyone to try to do is accept that for this short time that we're together, just accept this one principle, that for this short time, you have nothing else to do except be with the holy names in the form of sound vibration. Now, it sounds so simple, and for some devotees, it is simple because they have a taste for chanting Krishna's names. But what we want to do is something quite simple, and keep it very simple, is just try to hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, beginning with Hare. Just try to hear the mantra, because Abhinatam Namanamano, Krishna and his name are the same. Just try to focus on one mantra, the mantra you're now chanting. And sometimes our mind will wander, because that's the nature of a mind. Like the birds will fly around and around. The mind will tend to wander from one thing to the next, from the past to the future, to all the things that have to be done and all the things that should have been done, and all the people who told me this and all the people I should have told them that. But just for this time we're together, think of it as a time, our time with Krishna in the form of his holy names. And it's a fortunate time, and we should try our best to take advantage of it. And if your mind wanders, Don't worry. It's natural. But just try to bring it back to the simple goal of being with Krishna in the form of sound, and just try to hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra beginning with Hare from beginning to end. Not even one mantra at a time, because as soon as you say at a time, that means there's going to be a next one, and then a next one, and then a next one, and then I think, do I have to do this all the time, again and again and again? And the mind will start giving trouble. But don't even think like that. Just think in a simple way. Let me hear the one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra that I'm chanting now. And don't worry. Don't worry if you're not able to do that, because very soon you're going to have another chance. Because Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And it's so interesting that if you try to chant in this simple way, it's like trying to catch something, the mind trying to catch something. And it seems so difficult to catch. But the slightest bit of mercy from Krishna, and then it's like trying to catch a person who's faster than you in running, always out of your reach. But then if that person suddenly turns around and grabs you, then it's very easy. So we can't force the holy name to grab us, in a sense, but we can try our best to chant the holy name and hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and try our best to focus, and then perhaps Krishna, in the form of his holy names, will turn around and suddenly make it very easy for us to be there with him, together with the holy names. Now, rather than talking too much at this point, what I would like to do is ask everyone, raise your hand if you have beads with you, if you have Japa Mala with you. Okay. If you don't, don't worry about it. Just try your best on your fingers or just in your mind. Oh, and not only that, if you don't have beads, there are extra beads over here. So where should we put those? Does anyone need beads? Raise your hand if you need a set of beads right now. Okay. One is coming to you. And another one is coming to you. Will you try your best to chant one and try to hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Thank you. What's your name? Excuse me? Balaram. Where did you get that name? Who gave it to you? Oh, he called you Balaram. How wonderful. So fortunate. Okay, so we won't chant very long right now, but just really make a determination, a sankalpa in your mind. For this short japa period, I'm going to try my best to be with Krishna in the form of his holy names by hearing. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Balaram needs one. Do you know another name for Balaram? He's also called Shankarshan, because he unites the two families of the parts of the Yadu dynasty. Do you have your beads yet, Balaram? Prabhu?
Yeah, the little boy needs one.
Who? Do you also need beads? Okay, we need one more set of beads here. Okay, no more passing beads right now. We can get some later. But take a moment now to just close your eyes and just make a humble prayer that you'll have the strength and the determination and desire to try your best to be with Krishna in the form of the holy names. And if you can keep in mind, if you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, beginning with Hare, you're so fortunate. And if you happen to not hear one, don't worry, you'll have another opportunity in a moment. But make your sincere prayer right now, and then take shelter of Guru and Vaishnavas, and then take shelter of Sri Panchatattva, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Beg some mercy from Prabhupada. And then as soon as you're ready, after you've made your prayer and determination, then just begin. And every once in a while, I'll remind you to just try to hear a mantra. And so if that's disturbing, I'm sorry, but just try your best. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hare, you are very fortunate. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare. Just try your best. And if your mind wanders, don't worry. Just try again. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, you're so fortunate. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Try to hear that first Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. If your mind wanders, that's natural, don't worry. Just try your best to gently bring it back to hearing. Hearing one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hare. Try your best. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Good chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Try your best. Focus. Rama Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Just try your best. If you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hare, you are very fortunate. Try your best. If your mind wanders, don't worry, it's natural. Just gently bring it back. To try to be with Krishna in the form of his holy names, just by hearing. Hare Krishna. Try your best. You have nothing else to do now. Please accept that. You have nothing else to do, no problems to solve. Just is your time to be with Krishna now. It's a very rare time. Please take advantage of it. It is a rare time. You have nothing else to do except be with Krishna in the form of his holy names. Try your best to hear. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, you're so fortunate. Beginning with Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. If you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hare, you are very fortunate. Try to capture that first Hare, and let's see if that Hare captures you. Try your best in a very gentle way. Don't struggle too hard. Just try your best in a gentle way. You see it? Just there. Just try your best. There's actually nothing more worthwhile than this. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to the simple, simple goal of trying to be with Krishna in the form of his holy names. Just by hearing. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hare, you are so fortunate. No. Just try your best. Try your best. Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Ram, Hare Ram. If you can learn this one art of being with Krishna in the form of his holy names, you're the most fortunate person. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Okay, you put them here, and then if you want, you can pick them up after you bring them to the Hare Krishna. Ram, 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 Hare Krishna. Please try your best. If you can hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, beginning with Hare, you are so fortunate. Try your best. Okay, let's gradually stop. Now, how did you do? Anyone like to say how they did? Were you able to hear one mantra? Just raise your hand if you'd like to say how you did and what you discovered, what you noticed.
All right.
Yes, Sunny. Did you raise your hand? Oh, yes, yes. Hi, Shambhir. Stand up for a second, Sunny. No, just for a second. He's wearing sunny clothes. Okay, now you can sit down. Yes, Virchan.
But was able to hear when, because you were saying also just hear one mantra, but within the fraction of time just goes away again. So need constant probably guidance and peace.
Did you hear one mantra during that whole time? Beginning with Hare? Very good. Thank you. Anyone else like to say? Yes, someone right in the back. You're going to have to really stand up and say it loudly.
My name is
Nimai?
Kormokar.
Yes. Say the last part of your name? Gomuk? Ah. Gomuka. Okay, thank you. Yes.
What I feel that when I chant and when I listen to the congregation, I feel that in the Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, when you have captured many fishes with a net, square net or rectangular net, all the meat of the fishes they boiling.
Boiling fish.
I feel this kind of Bhaktivedanta boiling whole room.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, it's not my net. It's his net. Nimai. Thank you. Anyone else? Any of the Matajis like to say? Yes. How was your chant? What did you notice?
Initially, first 3 times it was okay, Prabhu. But then Hare Krishna is fine, then Ram I have to catch the mind that, Hare Ram, then you have to catch, and then I have to hear. So it was difficult to catch. First few times okay, but then difficult to catch the mind.
And did you hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra during that time? You're so fortunate. Eka Krishna Mantra Japa Sarva Papa Chai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj says. Thank you. One more. Would anyone like to say how they did in their chanting that time? Yes, Paul. Hare Krishna.
First few Mahamantras were good. I was able to hear because it was a conscious effort to hear. So I was able to hear. But later on, I felt tired, like putting too much concentration and it just fizzled out in the next month. Then again I tried to.
Then you gain more strength. So what got tired then?
Sorry?
What became tired?
Mind.
Your mind became tired.
Maybe because I had some last night.
Wait. I'm sure it's a long story. Actually, our being in the material world is a very long story. Would you like to be closer to Krishna?
Yes.
Then try your best. That's all. And don't strain. Because one of the things we're trying to do is slow down the mind. And when the mind is more in sattva gun, it's not running here and there and here and there, but it's more peaceful, and then it's easier to chant. Did anyone find that at some point the mind became more quiet and peaceful? Did anyone find that? Yes?
Yes. Gradually it became easier for me.
Okay, very nice, very nice. And I agree with, did you raise your hand too? No. If you would have asked me that question, I couldn't have raised my hand. Because the mind tends to develop a habit. Not the mind, but we tend to develop the habit. We put our hands in the bead bag, and it's a time when we can now wander all over the universe. But it's not a good habit. So let's try our best in a gentle way, not in a passionate way, not Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Then I'll really get tired, but just very, very gently, just touching the mantra with our consciousness, very gently, very gently. Very gently, without effort. Do you want your beads back now? Would you like your beads back now, or would you like to, or is it? Okay. Same. Would you want the beads back now, or it's okay for you can get them later if you like? Okay. But if you want them now, you can take them now. If not, it's okay. So the young boys and the young girls and the bigger boys and the bigger girls and the biggest boys and the biggest girls, just try your best, but gently, gently, gently. Don't strain. Don't strain, but just try your best in a gentle way. So we're about to begin, but before we begin, it's probably good to do a little bit of a sankalpa, become a little bit, decide what you're doing. Because sometimes, I know for myself, I start chanting, but I haven't focused on what I'm going to do when I start chanting, and then my mind starts wandering. So if I make it clear to me, which sounds funny, but I have to make it clear to me what I'm going to be doing right now. And that is trying to be with Krishna in the form of his holy names. And I'm going to try my best. And by hearing, and if I can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, I will think myself very fortunate, beginning with Hare. And just shanti and chant. Okay, you can pray for some mercy, if you like, and make your determination, make it clear what you want to be doing at this time, and then when you're ready, begin. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. And if your mind wanders, don't worry, it's natural. Just very gently bring it back to hearing the Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hare. Try your best. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Try your best. If your mind wanders, don't worry. Just gently bring it back. And keep as a goal to hear one Hare Krishna mantra, the one you are chanting now. Just try your best. Abhishek. Just try your best. Focus. Be determined. Be determined to try your best to touch the mantra with your consciousness by hearing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Just remember what your goal is, to hear one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hare. Keep the goal very simple. Keep it very simple. Just try your best. And if your mind wanders, don't worry, it's natural. Just gently try to touch the mantra, the Hare Krishna mantra, with your consciousness. Just try your best to hear. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, you are so fortunate. Try your best. That's all. Simple. Very gently. But sincerely try your best. This is such a rare time when you have nothing else to do except be with Krishna in the form of His holy names. It's a rare time. Please take advantage of it. Please try your best. Try to be with Krishna in the form of His holy names. Just try your best in a gentle way. Try your best. Even though the mind may wander due to habit, just try your best to be with Krishna in the form of His holy names. This is such a rare opportunity we have. Please take advantage of it. Good chanting. Thank you. Thank you for your sincere attempt to be with Krishna. Just try your best. Yes. See if you can get rid of that. Able to kill the plan and it's able to go very natural and take care. Seems to like the heart. And part of the mind, I think this is kind of this. Please keep trying. If you can hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra beginning with Hare, you're so fortunate. If your mind wanders, just notice it. And then see if you can bring it back. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra beginning with Hare, you're very fortunate. Try your best. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Such a rare opportunity we have. We have nothing else to do now. Please accept that. You have nothing else to do now. Just try to be with Krishna in the form of his holy names by hearing. This is such a rare opportunity we have. Please just try your best to be with Krishna in the form of his holy names. Just by hearing, touch the holy names gently with your consciousness through hearing. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hari, you're very fortunate. Try your best. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Would anyone like to say how they did on that second attempt, second round? Well, I'll just ask those who haven't said anything first. Thank you, though. Anyone like to say how they did on that? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. That's the best.
What is your name?
Nishant.
Nishant. Hare Krishna. Nice
That's the
to.
best chanting I've ever done. So like I was able to focus on whole mantra. So like if I was trying to focus on the first word, Hare, and then automatically I was able to concentrate on whole mantra. And I was trying to like emphasize or stretch Hare. So if I was getting lost, because of that stretching I was coming back to the mantra. So, yeah.
So did you hear one Hare Krishna mantra the whole time? Yes. Very fortunate. Nishant Prabhu. Very fortunate. Thank you. Anyone else like to say how they did in the chanting? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
first time I was sleepy, so I couldn't do well. The second time, as you said, that we have to have that determination, and also you have to have that aim that I'm going to chant. So that helps me.
Yeah. How did you wake up though? We want to know your secret.
By your grace, you said so. You have to focus. And I was focusing on the lotus feet of Srila Haridas Thakur.
Where is Haridas Thakur? Okay. Wow. Are his lotus feet on Mataji's head? It seems that way. Thank you. Anyone else like to say how they... Yes, I see a hand raised like a sprout in the spring. Yes, Prabhu. You have to stand up though, otherwise we can't. Yes, Hare Krishna. But you have to say it loudly. How did you do in that time?
If I compare both the sessions, session 1 and session 2, before Sankalpa and after Sankalpa. So before I took the Sankalpa, I was just trying to concentrate on the Hare initially. And then I also fell asleep. So much so that I started dreaming also. And I woke up when I got off balance. But in the second session, when I was trying to take Sankalpa, I tried to take two Sankalpas, like the Krishna part and the Ram part. So that helped me a lot.
So were you able to hear one mantra the whole time? Very nice, very nice. Thank you. Later you can tell me what kind of a dream you had. No, better not. Who knows? Any of the Matajis like to say? Yes. Yes, Mataji. Yes, yes.
My name is Meenakshi.
Hare Krishna, Meenakshi. How are you today?
Thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. It took me so long to figure out how to answer that question. How are you? Because it's so complicated sometimes. And after many years, I'll get back one moment. After many years, after thinking about how's the best way to answer that question, I finally understood. When someone says, how are you today? And I say, fine, thank you, and you? Yes.
Yeah, actually, the problem is because everyone else is chanting.
Yes.
At the time you say Hare Krishna, and you hear Hare Rama from somewhere and I'm lost.
Yeah. Yes.
First round, I couldn't focus at all.
Yes.
And in the second round, I tried my best. Okay, I'll focus on at least I will hear one, round, not round, but one chant.
One mantra.
One mantra. The thing is, I had when I covered my ear,
Yes.
then I could focus.
Yes.
So, but otherwise, I was spoken lots of times.
Yes. Yes, I can understand that.
But
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea to just.
Yes, some devotees do that. I mean, not with their hands, but they not with their fingers, but either they have little plugs or something. Or,
you touch the beads then?
huh? No, not with their hands, but sometimes devotees use little earplugs to make it a little louder
Yes.
in their chanting.
But otherwise, I think I'm not able to focus if everyone
Yeah.
else around me chanting.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's good or bad, but that is what I did.
Yes, it's okay, don't worry. Because I've seen also, sometimes I've done this with a large group, and then some people say, thank you so much for reminding me to bring back my mind. And then other people will say, you disturbed me so much when you were talking all the time. There's not one situation that's perfect for everyone. Some people do better chanting in a small group. Some people do better in chanting just alone, a little bit alone. So maybe you can even bring your chair near the back if you like.
I try my mind to bring it back to, chanting.
Yes.
But, by the time you're, hearing other people, Hare Krishna, and you're lost where you were.
But at least you're lost hearing Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. It could be much worse. You should only know what my mind is like sometimes.
I think where was I, what did I do?
Mataji, don't worry. It's okay.
No, you are here, God Krishna is here, I'm not worried about anything, but that is what I will.
Yes, very nice, thank you. Okay, last one. Anyone else like to say how they did? I saw a hand. Yes. Yes, please.
It was a very nice chanting one, and I felt the best I've ever felt, and it was very calm and peaceful.
Did you hear one mantra during the whole time?
I did.
Yeah. So did you, that's very good. That's our goal.
Yeah, it was very peaceful, and I felt like I could only hear myself.
See, look at how different. She could only hear herself, and you could hear everyone else. So, I mean, it's just individuality. Yes?
Exactly.
Yeah. And what's your name?
Nisha.
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 Okay. And how old are you?
12.
Okay. And do you sometimes chant at home?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Can you hear the rain? What do you think when you hear the rain? Raise your hand if you'd like to say. When you hear the rain, what thought comes to your mind? Well, now you have to raise your hand. Otherwise, we'll send you outside in the rain. But not with Prana Prabhu here. We won't do that. He knows what difference between being a good teacher and not a good teacher. What do you think when you hear the rain? Raise your hand if you'd like to say. Yes.
I think, did I leave my clothes outside?
Yeah? Good. Anyone else? What do you... Yes.
Right at this moment, I'm thinking of going downhill, and we're all taking shelter from the rain.
And that would make this the top of the bottom of Govardhan Hill. Yes? Oh, nice. Anyone else like to say what they think when they hear the rain? Yes.
Smell of earth, fragrance of earth.
One time at 26 Second Avenue, Prabhupada was holding class and it started raining. And he said, the rain is the tears of the gopis crying for Krishna. And this is the art of life. The art of real life is to not live a divided life. And I can't do this artificially. We can't do this artificially. From now on, I'm only going to think of Krishna, but it would be so nice if our life became one, where everything was connected with Krishna. See? Where everything reminded us of Krishna. And this is the Smatavya Satatam Vishnu, Vishma Smarto Najatu Chetsava Vidina Shedacha, Etya Eva Kinkara. That everything is just, all the sadhana, all the rules and regulations, they're meant to teach us, to help us focus our mind on Krishna and see Krishna in all things. Now, it's so easy to say that, but it's not the easiest thing to do. But that is really the goal. To have our life, not this part's the Krishna part and this part is the me part and or the family or this or that, but just to have in oneness and focus on Krishna. And it can't be artificially done, but that's the goal. To bring all the parts of our life together, and they'll be very individual, our lives, according to who we are, because we are all individuals. But somehow or another, have everything in our life connected with Krishna. One time I was sitting with, not like it happened every day, but I was in New Vrindavan in 1969 when Srila Prabhupada was there. And there were just a few devotees sitting with him in his room. And he was saying, and Prabhupada was just, he was so at home everywhere, because as I later understood as best as I could understand, that Prabhupada was at home everywhere because he was always in Vrindavan, actually speaking. And he carried that atmosphere of Vrindavan with him everywhere. And so he was just sitting, and there were a few devotees, and Hayagriva Prabhu was there, and a few other devotees, and Brahmananda Prabhu was sitting in the room. And Prabhupada was saying that we just have to organize our life in such a way that we always remember Krishna. And then he turned to Brahmananda Prabhu and said, "It's not very difficult, is it, Brahmananda?" And Brahmananda, "No, it's not very easy, Prabhupada." And all you do is put this, just everything connected with Krishna. And Prabhupada just laughed. So it's not very difficult, is it? And Prabhupada was really able to do that. He was able to see everything in relationship to Krishna. So, but for ourselves, we have to do some sadhana and purify our hearts, most of us, to be able to be so focused and so affectionate to Krishna that even when we hear the sound of rain, it somehow reminds us of Krishna, of Krishna's kindness, of Krishna's tears, perhaps, or Krishna holding up Giriraj Govardhan. Somehow or another, think of Krishna. We can think of Samsara Davan Halalita Loka, the merciful rain cloud of Krishna's devotees. So, are you ready to chat? We'll try our best. Yes, did you have a question?
No, Prabhuji. I was just saying that if it rains outside, I'd probably go and run outside.
Okay, would you like to run outside right now?
Kind of.
Huh?
Kind of.
Okay. Is your mother looking? I personally think it's okay. You want to go out for a few minutes? You can. I say it's okay.
Where's his mother?
Huh?
Where's his mother?
It's okay. Are you sure you don't want to go out now? Huh? Okay, but if you stay, what will you do? If you stay, what will you do?
Prabhuji, actually, I like to go outside in the monsoon.
In the monsoon. Okay. But there's no monsoon here. So if you went outside in the monsoon, you may have to be in Vrindavan. Okay, would you like to take care of some cows while you're in the monsoon? Do you know how to take care of cows? Would you like to learn how to take care of cows? How about calves? They're much smaller. Would you like to take care of calves? How about to go out with Krishna and take care of calves? Would you like to do that? Krishna and Balaram. Would you like to ask you a serious question? Calves? You know, when Krishna was, one day, while Krishna was with the calves, this is right after he moved to Vrindavan from Gokul. One day, Kamsa sent one of his demon friends, whose name was Vatsasura. He was in the shape of a calf. But he was a demon, actually. And he planned to kill Krishna. So he disguised himself as a calf, and he went amongst all the other calves while Krishna was in the forest. And he tried to look and act just like all the other calves, but actually he was a demon. So Krishna was looking at all the calves with Balaram. Balaram, could you move just back a little bit so I can see you? Otherwise I have to strain my neck. And he turned to Balaram and he said, Balaram, You see that calf over there? Does he look familiar? Balaram said, no. And Krishna said, I think he's a demon. And Balaram looked at him and said, I think you're right. So Krishna started walking towards him. That, not real calf, but he was Vatsasura. And he started taking all the calves and he was petting them. He was rubbing them behind their ears. He was even massaging their legs, and they were very, very soft and young. And the calves being touched by Krishna, they already loved Krishna so much. They were so happy and ecstatic. And one by one, he was moving towards this demon. And that demon, Vatsasura, said to himself, he trusts me. And Krishna said to himself, he trusts me. So he started moving closer and closer and closer, massaging calf leg. And then when he got to Vatsasura, he grabbed him by his legs. And he swung him around. He stood up and swung him around. And swung him around. And swung him around. Until he couldn't maintain his calf body by his mystic power, and he turned into a horrible, horrible demon. And Krishna threw him into a tree. He killed him by swinging him around, and then threw him into a tree. And all the cowherd boys thought Krishna is so wonderful. And when Krishna was, just when he was young, when he was learning when he was with the calves, that's when he learned to play the flute in such a wonderful way. Would you like to hear the sound of Krishna's flute? Huh? I can't hear you. What do you think? You're not sure? Then I'll have to tell you another story, but later, because now we have to chant some Japa. So while you're here, either you can go outside now and run in the rain for a while, or if you're here, would you be able to try your best to chant with us? Excuse me?
I try my best to chant.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. So will you all please just try your best also? So but again, it's so important to make a sankalpa, a determination before you begin. And remember that Krishna is a person. He's a person, and he can, as His Holiness Kadamba Kanna Maharaj recently said, you might not hear your chanting, but Krishna does. So please try your best to hear the chanting, to hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So become determined, know what you're trying to do, and then be determined and try your best. So you can pray for mercy and then try your best. And whenever you're ready to begin, just begin. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. If you could hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you are so fortunate. Just try your best. This is a rare time. Whether we're young or old, it's a rare time. So fortunate. We have nothing else to do now but try our best to be with Krishna in the form of His holy name. Be quite determined. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you are very fortunate. Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Try your best. It's a very rare time that we have right now because we have nothing else to do. Just try your best. And if your mind wanders, don't worry, just gently try it and bring it back to be with Krishna in the form of his holy names by hearing. And if you can touch the holy name by hearing it, touch it with your consciousness by hearing it. You're very fortunate if you could hear one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with Hare. Just try your best. Be gentle. Very good. Try your best. If your mind wanders, don't worry, it's natural. Just try your best to bring it back in a gentle way with the simple goal of hearing one Hare Krishna mantra. Beginning with Hare. Just try your best. If you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, you're so fortunate. Just try your best, but in a gentle way. Try to be with Krishna in the form of his holy names by hearing. Please take advantage of this rare time we have together. Try your best. Just keep bringing your mind back in a gentle way, and if you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, you're so fortunate. Beginning with Hare. Okay, just stop for one moment. We're going to start chanting again for a little bit. Mataji will now read two wonderful verses about the holy names that Srila Rupa Goswami has compiled in a book called Padyavali. Listen carefully, please.
As the rising sun immediately dissipates all the world's darkness, which is deep like an ocean, so the holy name of the Lord, if chanted once without offenses, can dissipate all the reactions of a living being's sinful life. All glories to that holy name of the Lord, which is auspicious for the entire world. Sri Lakshmi Dada.
Rupa Goswami has compiled the sayings about Krishna and the holy names, slokas, by different great devotees. That one was by Lakshmi Dada. Sri Lakshmi Dada.
Extracting the 4 syllables that are the heart of the 4 Vedas, Lord Hari makes the word Narayana. Day and night, chanting this name, we become purified. We do not know any other better way to please Lord Hari.
So when we chant, we try to chant it a way that it pleases Lord Hari. This one is by Sri Ishwara Puri. And then as soon as we finish this, please go back to chanting and make your sankalpa first. Sri Ishwara Puripad, the spiritual master of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, "Let the twice born enter the fearless kingdom of yoga, Vedic study, and solitary meditation in the forest. Who remembers what I just read? Raise your hand. Some people remember it, but I'll read it again. Let the twice born enter the fearless kingdom of yoga, Vedic study, and solitary meditation in the forest. Let them become liberated in that way. As for us, Sri Ishwara Puri says, we will spend hundreds and thousands of births chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna, whose splendid dark complexion and yellow garments are like a host of blue lotus flowers blooming in a grove of yellow flower-bearing kadamba trees." Okay, please chant the glorious holy names of Krishna. We just have a few minutes left, and let us spend that prayerfully chanting. Try your best. If you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, you're so fortunate. If your mind wanders, don't mind, it's all right, it's natural. Just bring it back to that simple goal of being with Krishna in the form of his holy names. And if you can hear one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra beginning with Hare, you're very fortunate. Please keep in mind that now you have nothing else to do except be with Krishna in the form of his holy names. Try your best. Focus. Be determined. Try your best. Please focus. Just a few minutes left. Please. Try your best. If you can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, you are so fortunate. Okay, Hare Krishna. So there may be some announcements. I don't know if everyone knows exactly what's next, and I don't know who will make those announcements. But the announcement that I would like to make is that we'll be here at 4 o'clock and we'll begin again. Now, if you would all be so kind as to come on time and well rested, that would be really nice, so we can make good use of this Ekadasi day and chant Krishna's holy names in such a way that Krishna is pleased. I'll read one verse, and will someone make an announcement as to prasadam and things like that, or? Yep, you'll do that. Just let me read one verse, and then you can do that. Please listen. This instruction is meant for you.
My Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, in your holy name there is all good fortune for the living entity, and therefore you have many names, such as Krishna and Govinda, by which you expand yourself. You have invested all your potencies in these names, and there is no hard and fast rules for remembering them. My dear Lord, although you bestow such mercy upon the fallen, conditioned souls by liberally teaching your holy names, I am so unfortunate that I commit offenses while chanting the holy name, and therefore I do not achieve attachment for chanting. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Okay, so we'll see you at 4 o'clock. Ekdam Charbaji, please.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare